Today we take a look at an audio device, and then we'll take a closer look at that audio device, also known as a zoom. No, you're not liking the dumb jokes at the beginning of the videos? Welcome to Humble Filmmaking, the show that focuses on making films on a tight budget with a small crew and limited time. I'm your host, Avery, and today we're reviewing the Zoom H4n audio device. Since this is the first review on Humble Filmmaking, I'm going to take today to quickly go over how I do my reviews. So products will be reviewed on a 5-point scale in 4 different categories. Those 4 categories being quality, build quality, usability, and of course, price. This will add up to a score out of 20 points with the possibility of -5 points for detrimental flaws. With all that out of the way, let's talk about the Zoom H4n. So I got the H4n a few months ago to really step up my audio game on all aspects of my videos. However, I mostly got it for outside of the studio setting when I first got it, but once I got it, I just realized how versatile it is, and I now use the H4n on all of my videos. The huge amount of different applications this thing has makes it a really good pickup for any budget video maker, especially seeing that it's battery powered and has XLR inputs. I also love using the USB audio interface mode to use my Zoom H4n on my computer for something like gaming videos, streams, or even just a Skype call to step up the audio game on my PC. Now the built-in mic works pretty well for something like an in-studio experience, but it's not the best once you take it out of that environment, as it does pick up a ton of background noise, and if you bump the device while you're recording, you're gonna definitely hear that on the audio. The XLR inputs work extremely well for something like a wireless lav or a shotgun, or really any mic you want to throw at this, especially seeing that it has phantom power. It also sports a 3.5mm input if you have something more like the ATR 6550 like my shotgun mic, and that works extremely well as well. The H4n runs on 2 AA batteries, but you can actually use the USB interface mode and power it through your computer for absolutely endless amounts of time. Not to mention that I've never really worried about changing the batteries on this thing, even running hours on end at something like a corporate conference shoot. The H4n has really easy to use buttons and the interface, making it extremely easy and quick to change something like a microphone level, the headphone level, or even some more complex settings. So I haven't even really touched the surface on the amount of features that this thing has, but I didn't really plan to use a lot of those, and I haven't since purchasing this a few months ago. I got this thing for use in and out of studio, and for all of the purposes that I've used it for, it has worked extremely well. So the quality of this thing is absolutely insane. It provides really crisp, high quality end audio in any mic you throw at this, any situation I've thrown at it, and for that, the quality of the H4n will score a 5 out of 5. The rubber protection as well as the metal construction and tactile buttons give this thing a really good build quality. I'm definitely not afraid to hand it to somebody and worry about them dropping and breaking it, and for that, the build quality will also get a 5 out of 5. Now this thing has incredible usability. From setting it up and putting the SD card and batteries in it to getting going is super easy and super quick. However, the one thing I have wrong with this is that sometimes it takes absolutely ages to turn on. I don't know if it's something I'm personally doing, but sometimes it will take almost a full minute to get this thing ready to go, and that's not only annoying and time wasting, but it's also caused me to miss some moments. So for that, I'm going to give the usability a 4 out of 5. So the H4n has a fairly comparable price to some other field recorders in its price range, but it is a little on the pricey side. However, I think your dollar is worth it here because of all of the features that you get, such as the USB interface that is definitely not available on other comparable field recorders. And for all of that combined, the price will get a 4 out of 5 on this one. So that's basically the H4n in a nutshell here. It's a definitely good pickup for any humble filmmakers out there that have a very small crew. I'm talking like 1-person crews. This thing is that versatile and that portable and that easy to use that there's not all kinds of different pieces to put together, so the cameraman can actually be running the Zoom H4n as well. I can speak personally that I've done that dozens of times and it has worked out very well. If you guys enjoyed our review of the Zoom H4n, definitely drop a like. If you guys have any questions, definitely leave a comment down below, and subscribe to not miss next week's video. Until then, I'm your host, Avery Lewis, and this has been Humble Filmmaking.